Scotland's capital city meets England's second city. There are so many different things that I could title this video. It's a battle of Britain in Europe, which I love. Two teams from different countries within the UK facing off against each other. We got the return of John McGinn as well. And just the fact that it's a European game in Scotland. Like, I absolutely love these European games in Scotland. They're so special, some of them, aren't they? We've seen them at Celtic, at Rangers, at Hibs, at Hearts, at St Johnstone, as well as other clubs as well. So I'm really looking forward to this. The atmosphere is always incredible, and it should be even better that there's another British team coming. The last time I saw Hibs play in Europe was a couple of weeks ago against the team from Andorra, and they brought like no away fans. I think there was 3 people in the away, and they might not have even been from the away club. They might have been from Hibs or something. So yeah, looking forward to this one. Should be an insane atmosphere with so many different talking points. Chance meeting here in the streets of Edinburgh right now. Could you just introduce yourself first, please?
Hi, I'm Matteo Zara. I'm the videographer for Hibs.
How does it feel? You're Italian, right?
Yes, I am.
How is it being an Italian man living in Edinburgh, working for Hibs?
Well, weird. I never thought I would be doing that, but it was like a great opportunity I found during COVID, when there was no people allowed in the stadiums, so they needed more video.
Yeah, there's a positive story from COVID.
Exactly. I just like, that's great. It's just a great opportunity for me. I got the job and I loved it.
Were you a football fan before you moved here then?
Not really. I never a football fan, but not a specific. Like, I just loved watching and playing.
Okay, cool.
Watching games and stuff. And then now that I'm working for them, I couldn't think of anything better right now to do, because it's just so fun. And
you upload all your content to the Hibs social channels, YouTube and that kind of stuff?
YouTube and the Hibs TV on the website. Cool. And all that stuff is mostly made by me and a team of other 4 guys.
I'll include a link to the Hibs YouTube channel, as I did last time I came as well. Matteo, what a cool guy. Yeah, I was going to mention this later anyway when I got to the stadium, but Hibs have always been amazing with me, so I'm going to include a link to the Hibs YouTube channel, and all their video content is created by great people like him who work at the club. Great time for the Villa fans to visit Edinburgh at the moment, and the PAOK fans for tomorrow against Hearts, but yeah, look, it's the Fringe at the moment, so there's loads of shows and stuff going on. I know Edinburgh is sometimes busy up here, Royal Mile, but never seen it like this before. Right, Villa fans, little history lesson for you. The people of Scotland will know this, but look, there's a heart on the floor here. This used to signify an old toll house, and this is why Hibs rivals, city rivals, Hearts, are called Heart of Midlothian. This is the Heart of Midlothian, and that's why the football team have this name. Ben, you're the first Villa fan I've spoken to today. How is it being in Edinburgh watching Villa play?
Good, long drive, but obviously a long wait for Europe as well.
Yeah.
Big game for us. Of course. Looking forward to it. Yeah, it should be a win for us.
And so the last few years as a Villa fan, obviously you were in the Championship, you got back up to the Premier League, then last season you looked like you were looming for relegation. Unai Emery comes in, qualifies you for Europe. How big is it for Villa to be in Europe? And you got the to prove it.
Yeah, massive, huge, great experience as well. We went to Valencia in pre-season. That was fantastic. Yeah, looking forward to more trips like it.
Amazing.
Better than Gerrard. I mean, yeah, we don't like Gerrard.
Yeah.
But, no, Emery's a great manager. Good football.
Yep. Hopefully he can win you the Conference League. He's got a great record in Europe.
Yeah, Conference League or top 5. Hopefully that'll get us Champions League next year.
And a lot of the Hibs fans who watch my video will be interested to hear your thoughts about them, and John McGinn as well. What do you think about John McGinn?
John McGinn's my favourite Villa player.
Favourite Villa player? Nice.
Yeah, obviously captain as well. Yeah. Fantastic player. You know, a lot of respect for Hibs as well.
Yep.
Yeah, buzzing to be here.
Amazing.
It's nice to have England, Scotland.
Here's a sticker of Luzerne, who Hibs played in the last round to set up this tie with Villa today at Easter Road.
I reckon it'll be 1-1 tonight.
1-1 and?
I'm going to go 4-1 Villa. I'm not going today.
Oh, mate. I thought you were going to say 4-1 Hibs then.
Nah.
How's the season gone for Hibs so far?
It's gone pretty good in Europe, but I'm not sure about the league, not the best.
John McGinn's just a class player.
Yep.
You know what you're going to get from McGinn. He'll stick his bum into you and stuff like that, but you know what? He deserves to be where he is, and I just hopefully he doesn't score and celebrate.
Your second time on the channel?
Second time, man.
I believe.
Yeah.
How excited are all the Hibs fans to see John McGinn back?
Very excited. This is a good to see a former Hibs player coming back and playing against us, but hopefully does it score against us.
Would you say in the last like 10, 20 years he's the Hibs player that's gone on to achieve the most?
I'll probably say so, yeah.
Yeah, and he won the cup here, obviously.
That's right, yeah.
Which was a massive moment for the club historically. Yeah. But do you think that playing Aston Villa, you couldn't have got a tougher draw in this last round of the Conference League? Qualifying.
I totally agree. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to see Hibs progress. Be a tough game.
Yep.
But the home advantage comes into the game. So hopefully we can get maybe nick it by 2-1.
Gogsy, as a neutral Scottish football fan here for this game tonight, how big are European games for Scottish clubs that aren't Celtic or Rangers?
Absolutely massive. I mean, I feel like a fish out of water. But honestly, you look at all the Scottish representatives playing this week in Europe, and in terms of ELO score, each Scottish club is below the opposition that they're playing against, and of course with Aston Villa being the highest sort of
gap I guess between
a Scottish club and their opponent this week, you know, it's always going to be tough, especially with, you know, a lot has been made of the financial gap between England and Scotland.
Do you give them much of a chance then against Villa?
You know what, on their day, I mean, Hibs, I keep saying Hibs are the most bipolar team in Scotland. On their good day, they're fantastic. On their bad day, it's close to disastrous.
Course,
so I'm hoping it's going to be a very even game tonight, and you may see John McGinn score against his old club. But
I was going to ask you, how big is it to see John McGinn? You're a big follower of the Tartan Army and Scotland and stuff like that, so as just a Scottish football fan, to see John McGinn come back to Easter Road playing for Aston Villa, it'll be like a big historic game, right?
It's huge, and as a YouTuber, it gives you a good title.
Of course. Ian, great to see you again.
Thank you, sir.
A couple of Englishmen here inside of Easter Road today. What are you thinking going into this one as just someone watching the game, English team playing a team from Scotland? You cover so much Scottish football, obviously.
I do cover Scottish football and have done for 25 years now, but in a previous life to that, I used to cover Aston Villa. The local radios, I've always had a soft spot for them. Brilliant football club, tremendous stadium, great football patch. So I've got Aston Villa on Sunday at Burnley as well. So looking forward to that. But listen, you look at the two teams, it's hard to make a case for Hibs, but it's going to be fabulous with a full house here. They need to make a good start. If they could take an early lead, even better. You only have to look at the quality that Aston Villa have. Despite having some key players injured, it's probably its full strength team that is available.
Who are the players that Hibs are going to have to mark the tightest, do you think, today for Villa?
I think you can look through the whole team. I mean, Diego Carlos hasn't actually played much because of injury, but he's good, and a player that Unai knows well. Pau Torres has just come in. So defensively, although they let those goals in at Newcastle, I think that was a bit of a one-off. And going forward, Abu Dhabi looks like a good signing. Ollie Watkins, we know his quality. And of course, John McGinn coming back to Easter Road, won the Scottish Cup with Hibs, ended their 114-year wait. And he'll be right up for this, I know. He'll be expecting to get kicked by somebody, I would imagine, and that will probably happen.
And if Hibs can get anything from today, who's going to be the star man for them?
Well, I like the look of Hibs going forward. I think the new boy Venter has shown that he can score goals, albeit early days. Ellie Ewan, I feel, was quite good in parts of last season, but I think he could be a more consistently good player for Hibs this season. And we all know about Martin Boyle as well, of course. Joe Newell in midfield, big Birmingham fan, Villa's big rivals, so he'll be up for it as well. Just defensively, maybe against a team of this quality, you might worry for Hibs a little, but who knows? Scottish clubs and the national team have a habit of lifting their game for big occasions like this. Let's see if Hibs can.
Wow, what an atmosphere inside Easter Road right now. John McGinn being back at Easter Road. You never thought you'd see the day, but yeah, he is back. And the Villa fans, a couple of thousand of them behind the goal. What a time for them to come to Edinburgh with a fringe. A really cool place for them to come. They could have gone anywhere and they've had to come to Edinburgh. But yeah, it's just amazing to see two British teams come up against each other. Vast differences between the cash, obviously, between the two teams. Let's see how Hibs get on in this one. Look at the teams here tonight as well. We've got a World Cup winner in goal, obviously, for Villa. Emi Martinez, World Cup winner. And it's not just the first team, obviously, with Digne and Watkins and McGinn, but also the bench with Tielemans and Bertrand Traore. And then this is Hibs team here tonight. A few familiar faces from the vlogs that we've been to over the last couple of years. Never thought I'd see Unai Emery on the touchline here at Easter Road, but there we go. Look at the atmosphere in here. This is the best atmosphere I've ever seen at Easter Road. Look at this. Sell out at Easter Road. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's not taken long, 17 minutes in. I think it's an Ollie Watkins header and it is 1-0 to Villa here. John McGinn, Ollie Watkins, Hibs on the pen there, look at him. There you go, it's 2-0 and it's Watkins again. 33 minutes in here. Fans are having a party in Edinburgh today.
I'm Reese, I'm from my YouTube channel called Game Day, and yeah, here at the Hibs Aston Villa game today.
Hibs started quite well, but as the halves panned out, Villa have just become more dominant, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, you sort of see the quality's sort of been shown since then. You know, they had a good start, but unfortunately, you know, Villa, they really sort of shown the quality between the sides and really shown by the Premier League side here today.
Half time, Hibs 0, Aston Villa 3. Can't beat the hospitality here at Hibs. Half-time pies for the media people, and look, they're right there, so I got in first. Second half's just begun. We've got ourselves a coffee here. Ooh, and Hibs have started with a little flurry in the corner, but it's probably just damage limitations now, isn't it, for Hibs? Try not to concede too many. I know there's a lot of Hibs fans booked in to go to Birmingham next week, and you don't want to lose too badly. You want something to play for down there, but they're 3-0 down right now. Can they score a goal even? That'd be cool. So I didn't film it because I was predictably just chatting away and completely missed it. It got disallowed, so I didn't think, you know, anything of it. VAR have looked at it, and Ollie Watkins has a hat-trick now. They've scored right after the break. Ollie Watkins, will he turn provider now? Yeah, oh, nearly. On comes Belgium international, Yuri Tielemans. So Villa have a penalty, the most stonewall penalty you'll ever see. Let's film the fans. Douglas Louise for Aston Villa. Small run up and bottom corner, 5-0. And there you go, look. 73rd minute. Be the highest attended game I think I've ever been to here at Easter Road today. Fair play to everyone for coming along. Atmosphere has been incredible, and even now look, the ultras behind the goal. I'm glad they're behind the goal now. They used to be tucked away in the corner, didn't they? But I think they're better placed there, and the atmosphere today has been really good. John McGinn going round, clapping the Hibs fans. As a Scotsman who played in England, except from like the obvious answer, which is money, what can Scottish clubs do to bridge the gap a little bit in games like this?
Yeah, what a question that is. Yeah, you need a kind of a lot of luck decisions to go your way. I have to say, I think Hibs, they let Aston Villa off a little bit, got into good positions in attacking areas, and I'm talking about down both flanks. Just that end product, that end decision to get the pass in, and you know what, never troubled Martinez. I think he had one shot in the first half, Martin Boyle. It wasn't really a shot as well, it was he's took the effort on. How do you bridge the gap? You know, you're talking about a team that spent 1.4 million, comparing a team that spent probably just shy of 90 million in the summer, as well as already having the quality and depth of riches that they've got. You go to, I guess, academies, young players coming through that are bred to be competitive and have that quality to go out there and express themselves. But like you say, that's, you know, you're talking about the size of football club like Aston Villa are a massive club. You know, with riches, you know, the fan base history and all that. It was always going to be a very difficult evening for Lee Johnson's Hibernian. So. You know, I'm always the optimistic, and it's like things happen for a reason. I think full attention has to go to the Premiership now, and that's the bread and butter, isn't it? I
was going to ask, where do Hibs go from here? Because I feel like they sacrificed a little bit of domestic form for this competition. And
I was having the chat with Lee Johnson before, you know, and it's a natural thing. Yeah, you want to go as far as you possibly can in any European competition, but not at the cost of your Premiership campaign. So now they can put all focus in that. You know, they've got quality. You know, they're going to score goals in the Premiership as well. They just need to make sure that they start shutting up shop defensively as well. The goals that they conceded tonight, poor in my opinion. You know, too many free headers. You know, for one, go and stop the cross from coming in. That has to be a must. And if not, then you have to make sure that you're marshalling your offensive player. Too many times they just switched off in those important moments, and against a team like Aston Villa, they're punished this evening. So. Yeah, you've got to just kind of get back on the bike, haven't you? Clean your wounds and go again, because you know football's relentless.
Games coming thick and fast.
It's unforgiving, isn't it? So you have to be ready to go again, and I'm sure they will be.
And my final question for you then: do you get to come to many games here at Easter Road? And if not, what did you think of the atmosphere tonight?
Well, I'll be honest, this is my first ever time at Easter Road.
Really?
Ever.
Okay, right.
So I was quite excited.
What a time for you to come to it.
I know, unbelievable. You know, European football wasn't the result I would say that I wanted tonight.
But 19,000 in here and a good atmosphere.
What an atmosphere. I mean, the fans definitely played their part, and in fairness, the first probably 10, 12 minutes, you know, you can see that the players bought into that and fed off that as well. Just need that little bit of extra quality in the attacking third to kind of just make it a little bit more interesting, you know. But again, the positive thing out of this now that you can just basically focus on the Premiership and take it from there and get back to winning ways. But yeah, interesting times ahead.
Good to interview Chris Iwelumo there at the end of the game. It's always interesting coming along to these games and seeing the faces who you see. Spoke to a few people on and off camera today who you may recognise. So yeah, before I get into just my thoughts on the game, do remember to check out Hibs TV if you're a Hibs fan, or just the YouTube channel. Go and subscribe to them. I'll link it down below. But you really could see the vast difference between Hibs and Villa today. Villa are obviously used to playing like Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, proper Champions League teams week in, week out pretty much in the Premier League, and they got the money, they got the manager, they've got the players. Like, it's hard for Hibs to compete. I wonder where Hibs would be if you could put their squad now just in the English league system. Where would they fit within it all? And then you got to kind of work back from there as to see how Hibs sort of should get on in these games. But yeah, it's hard for the Scottish teams. Big night tomorrow for Hearts and Aberdeen, but it's been really cool watching Hibs do so well after that poor result out in Andorra to start off their European campaign. I wonder if they can now turn it around domestically, but always love coming to film in Edinburgh. Look at like the view behind me of Arthur's Seat there, I hope that you can see, but I showed you a bit of Edinburgh earlier obviously as well. Such a cool place to come and film. I love coming to film here, one of my favourite places, if not the favourite to come and film. Yeah, just making my way back to the car now. I've got to get home, edit this video, get it up tomorrow for you guys. Really do appreciate all the support. Thank you very much and goodbye.